Hi, welcome back to DIY Retaining Wall, where we'll explore all things related to the design and construction of retaining walls. In today's video, we're diving deep into the crucial role drainage plays in ensuring longevity of retaining walls, and specifically the external drainage. Water is the major cause of retaining wall failures. The stone wall on the left likely failed due to the combination of water flowing down the ground sloping toward the wall, no drainage stone behind the stones, and no clear weep holes or drainage outlets. The picture on the right, where even though they had drainage stone and drain pipes, the wall likely failed due to the fine clay used in the geogrid zone, not controlling water flowing towards the wall. So how do we improve drainage and prevent these failures? Let's break it down. So when is it crucial to consider drainage design? Well, if your wall reaches or exceeds 4 feet in height, it's a must to incorporate drainage to prevent catastrophic damage. Not to say drainage isn't important for shorter walls. It is just the amount of damage that can occur on walls over 4 feet is much more substantial. Poor draining soils. If you're dealing with clay or other poor draining soils behind the wall, you need a comprehensive drainage system. Wet clay can weaken your wall's stability due to its inability to allow water to easily flow through it. So proximity to water sources or presence of groundwater, these two things affect the internal drainage, which we will address in our next video. Sloping terrain, we'll look at how the wall plays into the drainage of the larger slope and the effect of the water flowing towards our wall. Tiered or terraced walls need drainage to address how water flows from the top of the upper wall down to the front of the lower wall. And surface water. This is where we're going to start with the control of surface water. First, we want to control surface water, and we can do that with swales and berms. A swale is a small ditch used to collect water and divert water away from the wall, typically into a drain basin. A berm is a raised soil area above the retaining wall that is used to divert water away from the retaining wall. Ideally, swales and berms are positioned well behind the retaining wall, but because of slopes, this isn't always possible. In this case, we can put a swale directly behind the wall, and we can make it impermeable to avoid water flooding our wall system. Just note that water must flow downhill, so we need a place to collect this water once it reaches the low point, either with a catch basin or a spillway. Another thing to consider with slopes is avoiding runways for water to sheet flow towards your wall. This can be accomplished by using landscaping, or like the picture here, large rocks called riprap, to slow down that water and allow it time to naturally soak into the soil. Next, we want to control man-made water sources behind the wall. The most common thing to consider is the gutter downspout from your roof. If you have a gutter behind the wall, it should be piped to the front of the wall to avoid water building up behind the wall. The pipe should be solid, not perforated, to ensure no water escapes behind the wall. Finally, for our external drainage, we've gotten that water out from behind the wall, but how do we handle the water in front of the wall? If the ground is slightly sloped, the water will naturally flow away from the face of the wall. But if it is flat or we have a low-lying area, we need to remove that water from the wall foundation. We can do this by using a French drain or a series of catch basins to carry that water away. We don't want water sitting at the foundation, as it can cause the wall to sink over time or lead to freeze-thaw issues in the winter. So these are some of the ways to address drainage external to the retaining wall. Next, in the next video, we're going to discuss internal drainage within the wall system itself. Hey, if you're in the process of planning your retaining wall project and in need of an engineer or a retaining wall expert, head over to DIYRetainingWall.com/services. Thanks.